Hello everyone, my name is Mike and I'm the founder of S6 Studios. I'm here today to happily announce the start of our Kickstarter campaign for the game AlterLine. So what is AlterLine? Well, AlterLine is a turn-based isometric RPG game based in a fantasy world similar to other games of the genre, with one difference. What makes AlterLine stand out from the group is the use of natural language processing in the way that AIs interact with humans and the way that the world is built. Well, what does that mean exactly? Well, when I started gaming, the most script that you would receive from an NPC was the princesses in another castle. Fast forward many years and you get games like Detroit Becoming Human with hundreds of endings and thousands of choices for context. And I believe that natural language processing and language transforming is the next evolution in video games. Why is this so? Natural language processors like GPT-3 made by OpenAI and other open source options like GPT-Neo are trained on billions of conversations and are taught to speak like natural humans. We believe this evolutionary technology, matched with the correct RPG game, can give a player the true sandbox experience. Very similar to life, you'll be able to do as you please. Of course, there are consequences. For instance, if you decide that you want to kill every townsperson, as been suggested during our Facebook marketing campaign, there will be consequences for it, but you could certainly do it. What will those consequences be? Of course, high-level NPCs coming after you, bounty hunters, soldiers, etc. And if you're strong enough to defeat them, great. Then you have an empty world void of life and you are the king of it. On a lighter note, let's say that you didn't want to take over the world. If you simply walked into a village and started speaking to the townsfolk, you would find that they would know about the village that they were in, their immediate neighbors, the country that they were from, and other general information. Quests from them would be obtained by talking to them and finding out what they need, and would have to do with their roles. If you were speaking to a farmer and his crops were getting destroyed by crows, he might ask you to kill those crows upon finding out that that is in fact happening. Of course, as you move up the social ladder, you get to merchants, military, police, and then of course royalty. Now royalty will give the most information about any given location, along with other locations, worldly, regional, etc. They will also give the best quest rewards and have the most influence on your character. What is influence on characters? Well, essentially, you get a reputation, and that reputation will be that you do really good things, you do really bad things, and that will determine how the AI will interact with you. For example, if you were an assassin and you decide that you want to kill people, you might get a different line of quests from a king to maybe assassinate an enemy king. Whereas if you were on the good side, that quest would not be available for you. That being said, all NPCs will have a base personality that is determined by the AI director, which is the director of the game. And it'll be up to you to determine their disposition. Very similar to like if you were meeting somebody in real life, you'd have to talk to them, kind of feel them out a bit, and understand what kind of person they are before you ask any request of them. The second point is the AI director. The AI director effectively controls the way the game plays, very similar to the way that a dungeon master would control the way that a game would play in D&D. The AI director works hand in hand with the natural language AI to effectively build a storyline and quest line around your conversations and interactions with the NPCs in game. One of the other key points of the AI director is it has the ability to create procedurally generated monsters. While these monsters do exist in a base form, the AI has the ability to change its look, design, tactics, and abilities based on your playstyle. So what is this world that we've created? Well, it has three mighty nations: Ashedan, Traxus, and the Seeking Kingdom. All three were once ruled by the beloved King Landor. However, he was recently murdered and nobody knows by who. And what you do from that point is really up to you. You can figure out what happened to the king. You could decide that you want to be king and take over all of the nations. You can decide to be diplomat and find peace and be passive. It's entirely your choice and your playstyle. There will be two game modes to the game, realistic and casual. Casual will be very similar to your standard RPG, where if you die, you'll just load your previous save and get right back into the action. On the other hand, realistic, death is permanent. When your character dies, it's dead. However, you can be revived by a friend that joins your seed and revives you. If that doesn't happen, you're truly lost. We know that this game mode might not be for everybody. However, we believe in the spirit of D&D that this mode should be included, and we think it'll be fun. Other features of the game is it will be 4-player co-op online. You'll be given a seed when you start your server. You can go ahead and send that out to your friends or invite them, and they can join you in your adventures. I hope this brief introduction has piqued your interest. There's a lot more to come, so stay tuned. Have a great day.